Fuck, my mic was muted. Ugh. Thank you, OBS, for muting my microphone. I appreciate that. Ugh. I was wondering why aren't people reacting to what I'm saying? It's like, oh, my mic is muted. Awesome. Cool. Appreciate that. Ay, ay, ay. Do an alcohol stream? No, those will remain few and far between. Not gonna imbibe that heavily. I had a pretty bad hangover after doing that, so I'm not gonna do that again. Don't do too much moonshine. Saw my first YouTube short and would love to see more of those. I might. I don't know. I feel like leaning too hard into YouTube shorts isn't. I don't know. It's not my forte. I'm not really into, like, you know. Well, hey, what's going on, gamers? Today we're talking about fucking Apple Jack cereal, the game, and it's a good game. Use my promo code #ballsack fartnut for 10% off your next purchase at GamerSupps, and then that's the short. And then I have to like do subtitles for all the words because toddlers' attention spans are so short that they need text flashing at them to narrate what's being spoken at them, because they just don't listen. They need to have shit thrown at their eyes also. So I also find that really short form content like that it rots the attention span. Not saying that I myself am immune to that, but it's like, yeah. I'm so glad people are realizing Save TF2 is a joke. It's a very interesting observation. Before I dive into game, it is an interesting observation that I made when this happened the first time around. That the first time the whole Save TF2 thing fired off, everyone was going about it the wrong way, and I said this immediately. I made a video about it, and I said it immediately, like, yeah, sure, it's great. Everyone's coming together, saying, oh yeah, we love the game. That's awesome. I mean, sure, it's great that we love the game, but you're not sticking Valve's nose in their mess. Like, the first time it happened, I was like, oh yeah, it's great, yeah, awesome, fucking, yeah, we love the game, Valve, we love your game, we love your game. And no one was saying, hey, fix your game. No one was saying the problem and telling Valve, okay, I shouldn't say no one, but that wasn't the focus. The focus was on saying we love the game and not fix your game. Right? And so, because there was no immediate threat to their bottom line, because like, oh hey, everyone loves the game, we don't have to worry about this, they can just get away with not doing anything? And now it seems like this time around, it was like the perfect storm of several things happening at once. You had the item servers going down for almost 2 full days. Then you had Valve DMCAing fan projects, right? And then, you know, and then in combination with the continued unaddressed problem that is cheaters and bots, right? All came together. And I think people are finally like waking up like, oh, Valve is not our friend. We shouldn't be saying we love this game. We need to be saying, fix your shit. And I think it's finally coming through. Everyone comes around eventually. Everyone comes around eventually. I'm not tooting my own horn. I always seem to be ahead of the curve. Always. Everyone comes around eventually. I just, you know, cut through the bullshit. Anyways, video game, because that's what people are here for. No webcam today. Maybe webcam today? Am I feeling it? I look like shit. But we can... I have to manually connect to my server. So to like comment on Valve DMCAing shit, like I said in my little short, they're within their full legal right to do that. That's their intellectual property. But it is, as many have said, very out of character for Valve to just strike the hammer down, like, hey, stop! Right? in the past, Valve was typically rather supportive of fan projects like those. And instead of just like saying, hey, pump the brakes or we're gonna throw a massive lawsuit at you, they would actually encourage the continued creation of fan projects. But unfortunately, they just said, lol, no, stop this. And for those unaware, it seems like Valve recently got a new legal team. I'm not sure if that's officially verified, but that's what everyone seems to be saying. So it seems like they're just going complete scorched earth on claiming a bunch of stuff related to, you know, Valve's intellectual property. Again, it's within their legal right to do so. But at the same time, little wacky. It's crazy how it's like just all happening at once. So, yeah, Valve doing a Nintendo impression. Very true. Seeing Valve DMCA fan projects before taking down Nullcore and banning the dev of NCC Emma while they're actively profiting off it is painful. See, to me, what I find amazing about Valve DMCAing fan projects is like... It's right there! Like, it's right there! These are people that are actively destroying your game, and they have this publicly available open source cheat software for your game. Here it is. You think they don't think to like allocate an ounce of energy to like maybe go after these guys who are just like out in the open, like, hey, we're fucking up your game. Like, come on. Like I find that wild that they're just not. That they don't. I typed one word and there it is. You can start cheating in Valve games right now. Pretty wild. But no, instead of going after that, they said, "Ha, no, we're gonna nuke fan projects." However, I did have this thought. That okay, Valve recently got this new legal team. Maybe they might start going after bot and cheat hosters as well. Maybe now with this new legal team, they have new power and like a new established system to start going after people that are violating Valve's IPs. Probably wishful thinking. Like massive wishful thinking. It's definitely not going to happen, but a man can dream, right? A man can dream. It'd be cool. I'd like to see that happen, but is it going to happen? Probably not. I'd be more than happy if they did. Ow. No, I know, it's copium. I know, it's cope, it's huge cope, because they're not gonna do it. Because why would they? It's not easy, and Valve only ever does what's easy. Easy and automated. I have a naturally pessimistic view about everything Valve does, so I really don't have the confidence in them going after these cheats and bot software that has just been online for years now. They don't do it, you know? But either way, I'm glad that this seems to have lit a fire underneath people's asses, and everyone's starting to get on Valve's case again, which they should do. Welcome to the Valve cycle. I could post the picture again, but then people will be like, Zesty, why are you complaining again? So I'm keeping my mouth shut on, like, the Twitter sphere, and I'm just talking about it on stream now, because on stream you can provide additional context, and people just can't, you know, write off what you say with, like, oh, ratio, you whiner. Hey, Valve, can we get, like, another tweet? That'd be great. Can we get, like, another tweet? Can you say that, hey, we really hear you, but we don't care. Welcome to Thunder Mountain, best map in the game. I kind of agree. It's a good map. It's not the best map, but it's a good map. I like this map. They'll just tweet 2 words, we know. And then they will continue to do nothing. Imagine if they did that. Yeah, we know, and then they just do nothing. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know, man. I'm hoping that, I have hope slash cope slash hope that maybe Valve will start doing something, but I really don't think it. Like, they've had years to address this shit, and why would they suddenly do it now? Maybe with the backing of a new legal team they can, but I don't know. We'll see. They just tweet lol and nothing else. Yeah. Potentially. I don't know, what do you guys think about all this? Do you, like, personally, I'm in the mental camp that we should keep sticking Valve's nose in their mess. But what do you guys think? Do you think we should keep doing this? Do you think it's worth our time? I feel like it is, because, I mean, like, what do we have to lose aside from the bare, like, the game doesn't even, it's not playable anymore. Like, we have to go into our own community servers to even play the fucking game. Yeah, like, what else can we do? There's not much else we can do. Except, like, hey, Valve, fix your shit. If only the whales would stop opening boxes. Like, if only, like, the 50 people dumping thousands of dollars into case openings every day would just cut it off. Maybe that would get their attention? But at the same time, I don't think deliberately hurting TF2's bottom line is the smartest move. Because this game is so old, and it's like, oh, it's not profitable anymore, so how about we just cut all support? So. Oh, the irony of you saying it. I don't give Valve my money, I give other people my money. I don't spend money on TF2 through Steam. I buy shit that other people bought, and they have buyer's remorse. And that's an Uber, and that's my Uber. Cool. Thank you, Spy. You are a wonderful individual. Here, you go, Spy. No, do not show up at Valve's offices. That is the wrong thing to do. Do not do that. Don't be idiots, please. People have done that before. That's the wrong thing to do. Like, haha, yeah, let's, you know, do something that would potentially come off as threatening to Valve. It's a great idea. It's a wonderful, wonderful idea. Just get all these fuckers. Get the fuck away from me. Here, 120 damage. That'll do. Yeah, I do all of my gambling. And I do tax write-offs. No, I don't fucking do that. Piss on the concrete. No. I don't know. I feel like the right way to go about this is just to continue talking about it. Because it seems like everyone so easily slips into complacency with the current state of the game until something really stupid happens, like, oh hey, we can't have our shiny hats anymore. We can't use vanilla weapons. I mean, think about this, right? Like, vanilla TF2 includes unlocks, right? And if the item servers are down, you can't use a black box, you can't use a degreaser, you can't use an equalizer. You're stuck with stock weaponry, and if you can't even access weapons that are supposed to be part of the game because item servers are down, that's kind of fucked. So really stupid shit like that has to happen first before everyone's like, oh yeah, the game really is in a fucking terrible state, isn't it? Maybe we should keep saying something instead of, like, slipping back into complacency and making dumb bullshit. I don't know. Just doing dumb shit instead. Like, not ragging on, like, all the meme lords and shit on Twitter and what have you, or on YouTube and what have you, but it seems like everyone's focus is on just very inconsequential crap. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people could be really focusing more on the game's most pressing issues, but because it doesn't really sell, they're like, ha, no, we're not gonna really do that. So, oop, guess I'm over here now. See, now I can't peek through that door anymore because there's a sniper there. I missed Richter's message. Richter, say it again because I'm too lazy to scroll back up. There we go, that works. Get a little more action. Are we in the clear? Oh, nope, crits. Richter, you're not allowed to shit talk other YouTubers, man. Not even as like a joke. Otherwise, people will be at your front door tonight. Trust me. Release a yeah, Monkey, that was very unfortunate timing with your video. Like, oh yeah, 2024 can only get better. We're off to a pretty rocky fucking start. Okay, well maybe this could bode well. Maybe this is like the sign of like, alright, It's good in a sense that people are gonna start being more vocal about the bullshit and holding Valve responsible for their own shortcomings, which they need to be doing continuously. Otherwise, nothing is going to change. So maybe that's the good that's going to come out of this year. I don't know. I really hope so. We'll see. Again, it's, you know, huffing copium, as the kids say. But, you know, who knows? He hit mouse too, and your loadout is fucking hideous. It also feels like whenever shit like this happens, like really, really dumb people start coming out of the woodwork. And like, oh, kill TF2, TF2 needs to die! I really don't understand that. I don't know, I find it bizarre. People get like really, really super negative. I'm one to talk, but at the same time, I just don't get it. Yeah, Moist Critical and Parasocial we'll be talking about in a few days, and then we'll be on trending again! Yes, it'll be wonderful, and the sniper I was going to kill and died, and now I'm gonna die. Yeah, we need other bigger YouTubers to say stuff again, because that worked great the first time. What do you mean things are bad? The game was actually easy to look at and well optimized for 48 hours. I mean, it was a bit soulful to go back and enjoy just stock TF2. That was quite fun, with no hats or cosmetics. I mean, that was a bit of a breath of fresh air. But at the same time, I kind of like using the black box. I like using the equalizer. I want, you know, the weapons to be available at least. So, but I did enjoy not having to look at garbage hats for a while, so that was quite nice. I probably should be using a melee that crits. Thank you, Spy. You're awesome. I love you. Owie. Opinions on TF2's 2023? I don't know, man. I mean, we got some good skins to give, like, a positive comment on it, but the flip side to that was, it was just more of the same. More of the same, just more hats, maps, unusual effects, and taunts dumped into the game, and none of the game's most pressing issues being addressed in any capacity, which is wonderful. I love it. I also love the game getting bloated with a shitload of maps that we really don't need, alternative game modes that are already dead that will continue to water down the true experience of the game. These are all things I've already said in previous videos. So, I don't know, man. We got over 30 maps in 1 year. I really hope Valve doesn't keep that up. I really hope Eric doesn't keep dumping 30 maps into the game every year because, oh Jesus, Isn't it? It's a bit wild for me to say that I kind of want an update like just a summer 2020 where it was just a hat box and nothing else. I mean, we have enough maps, right? Like we have enough stuff. We don't need more stuff. We need fixes. That's what we need. We need Eric to redirect maybe the 20 minutes he spends picking out some hats to like, maybe fix a bug here or there. Or adopt a bug fix from the community GitHub page and throw those in there. Maybe that might be a more useful, you know, a better use of your time, right? Instead of like, what 45 unusual taunt effects are we gonna throw into the game this month? You know what I'm saying? Perhaps that's the angle that needs to be taken. I don't know. That's the angle that I would like to see happen. $30 maps or 30 war paints. I mean, I feel like more maps is inherently a bigger detriment to more skins because cosmetics are inconsequential to the actual gameplay unless it's something that would say detract from team or class recognition. But when it comes to dumping a shitload more maps into the rotation, that's not a good thing because you're going to keep thinning out the player base more and more and spreading them across an even higher volume of maps. You're going to get longer queue times, more half-empty servers, and that is not a good direction to be taking the game. Yeah, more maps is an inherently negative thing. We already have, like, over 100. We have enough. We don't need more. So, yeah, you get put into more half-empty servers that just get filled up by bots because, yeah, great, fun. So lovely, so nice. You gotta love it. Here to get it hits him. Damn it, I was hoping that would kill someone. I want to charge my banner. Here's a little spam down there. Someone, oh, no. Hit a crit. Yes, we're good. Okay, now I can maybe do something. I ideally need to push with my team. Come on, guys. Come on. I'm gonna stop focusing on chat for a moment so we can maybe do a push. That works too. Opinions on third-party matchmaking that's actually casual, then the word matchmaking becomes a misnomer. It's just a game coordinator, because matchmaking implies that you're putting people against each other of equal skill level in some capacity, and I personally don't think that's a good thing for Team Fortress 2, because that's not what the game was designed for. It was designed to be a casual 12v12 free-for-all where people are doing whatever they want to play the game. In the loosest sense, right? The game wasn't designed to be this grind fest where you have to maintain a perfect 50-50 win-loss ratio according to the matchmaking system, right? As whatever bizarre, arbitrary means of gauging skill that the matchmaking system decides to use. Is it points? Is it kills? Is it deaths? Is it all the stats that you see on your screen when you hit tab? I don't know. But a matchmaking system is not appropriate for the game, I don't think. I don't think it's a good thing at all. So, yeah, if it was just a game coordinator that put you into a server with the map that you want to play, that's all it should be. You shouldn't be trying to place people against each other of equal skill level, because it just becomes a fucking mess. As we've seen with the horrible matchmaking system we currently have. So, that is effectively what quick play was, but quick play had several shortcomings. So quick play would oftentimes put you into an empty server, which is obviously not a good thing. And then for a time, quick play was using using non-Valve servers as an option. So you would end up getting into like heavily modded servers, like a bunch of random garbage, which is not a good thing. So you get like these really crazy, whacked out Ponyville servers or what have you. So that was a problem, and then Valve swapped it to be only Valve servers for quick play, which is kind of a good thing, because at least the gameplay experience is somewhat normalized, but at the same time it, killed the lifeblood of community servers, which is not a good thing. So ideally, if they were to do an improved version of quick play, they would also improve accessibility for community servers for people who want to seek out that type of thing. But, I forgot where I was going with this. Where was I going with this? I completely lost my train of thought. Shit. Anyway, yeah, shortcomings of quick play. So, ideally, if Valve were to, like, do some kind of revitalization of quick play, basically give it the same UI that matchmaking has now, where people can select their game modes and select their maps. But then that's really all you need. That's all you need to do. Here, come here. You. Can I do I... Get out of here. I just a one-shot at the guy with the fucking low health equalizer. Wonderful. That was fantastic. So, like, the only good thing that came out of Meet Your Match was being able to... This fucking game, man. The only good thing that came out of the matchmaking system was being able to select your own map. That is a good thing. So just incorporate that with a quick play system, and there you go. Everything's good. Is Equalizer secretly OP? Not really. If you have to have lower health to do more damage, it creates a very weird risk versus reward item, which can be fun, don't get me wrong, but in the face of other options that are just more consistent, I'd probably use those more often. However, I'm just having fun. I'm having fun with this item because there's nothing more satisfying than someone like that. Fist of Steel Heavy coming at you. Boom, equalizer, fucking dead. Here, you next. Well, here, this is when this weapon should shine. I'm gonna chill right here until someone spawns, and I'm gonna smack him in the face for 100 damage. Don't. Is it time? It's time. Oh, 82? Alright, fine. 80, okay, so now someone jump down. Someone jump down, please. I want to smack you and do 130 damage. Anyways. Having a tough time loving TF2 with all that's going on. I mean, it is hard to keep enjoying the game when it's in just such an abysmal state. You kind of have to remember that, like, the game at its core is really good. It's just that the handlers of the game are negligent. And that sucks. There's nothing we can do because we're not the ones with power. I mean, we have power if we keep, you know, shouting at Valve, at least. But, I don't know. The Shahansha is a direct upgrade and no random crit servers. I don't know, man. Because Sniper's main get-out-of-jail-free card is just doing this. Walking at someone and just fucking wailing on him with melee. With random crits on, because for some reason Sniper always gets a random crit. Oh, it makes sense, because it's based on damage recently dealt, so you land 2 headshots, you effectively double your chances of getting a random crit, so... no wonder! So... and then, of course, Girardi Bushwhacker, if you can't land your headshots and build up your crit chance. So there's that, too. I don't know. I think, I will say that I think the continued right thing to do is just keep talking about it. It's Jover, the Fortress has fallen, millions was Conga. In my experience, teams were way less imbalanced when they just stuck you in any old server instead of skill-based matchmaking. I agree. That was my experience as well, and I think that experience is reflected across many players. Because the matchmaking system is raw ass. And thing is, the reason for that is because back when we had the quick play system with all the scramble features enabled, that was when teams could get, you know, evened out when you engaged a team scramble. And I explained this in my hot takes video, that the reason why that works is because TF2 is an extremely dynamic game, and so a matchmaking system is not a good fit for it. So scrambling features that address the current game environment where everyone is doing their current thing, and the points are being accrued in that current game environment, and then doing a balance based off of that via a team scramble, is the best way to handle an imbalanced match in TF2, and not some weird matchmaking system where, like, once you're locked in, oh, that's it. So if it makes a mistake, which it often does, that's it. So... anyways, I explained it quite a bit more elegantly in my video, so go watch that little section on there if you want a better explanation for that, because doing it on the fly late at night, not late at night, but after a long day, not my forte. Didn't come out as cleanly. Ooh, hello. He had very low health. No, Rocket. No, he had way more health than I thought. When is the next workshop review stream? Probably... I do it on Sunday. I might do it on Sunday. I just haven't been motivated to do another workshop stream, man, because, like, I just keep finding out more and more information about the fucking workshop and the people who are behind everything, and it's just like, I get so fucking demotivated every time some really awful shit comes across my desk. It's like, why am I fucking doing this? It does nothing. Aside from maybe kicking Valve in the dick, like, hey, maybe you shouldn't throw another fucking Christmas tree in, right? So, but beyond that, I just get so, ugh. I don't know. So, I'll do one this month whenever I muster the energy to do it. I have not been in the mood to do that for a while. Am I ever gonna do a video on workshop stuff? Is it a terrible idea? I mean, I'm fully prepared to do one. I have years now of archived, not evidence, but just maybe just archived evidence for various forms of reprehensible behavior, ranging from internet drama to literal criminal activity, that I could very easily compile into a video, but at the same time, do I really want to risk killing where the items come from? Because there is that small chance that Valve would see it, realizing that they're getting their items from criminals, and they would shut shit down, right? Do I want to be the one who's, oh, it's Zesty's fault for hats no longer being added to Team Fortress 2? I don't know if I want to have that on me. So, I don't think I want to, I don't want to get that title. You know? Would not be a fun time. So I don't know. If I ever do it, it'll be my last video about the game, because it's a lot of really awful shit. Really, really bad. So I don't know. Every time I just get super demotivated and I'm dead. And then you have like concerted efforts from these individuals because I poke their hive, and then you have them try to paint me as a pedophile on Twitter. Like, I now have evidence and reason to believe that it was a concerted effort from the Emporium to paint me to look like a pedophile, and to run me through that ringer that happened a few weeks ago. So, that also happened. So it's like, I mean, you can't get rid of me, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna continue being a thorn in your side, so you're gonna have to fucking deal with it. But is it worth my sanity? Probably not. Am I using the competitive administrator voice lines? I have no idea. Get the fuck... Go away, Flog Pyro. Hold on, I'm focusing on the game for a moment. You want to play this game? You want to play this game? Oh, get shotgun. No, I made a couple of off-color jokes, and now apparently I'm a pedophile, according to Twitter. So, fun, great. And that's my point about really dumb bullshit, that, like, people are more than happy to focus on a bunch of nonsense like that, rather than, like, the game's more pressing issues. Like, oh, let's just fucking run each other into the ground. Why do I care about Twitter? Because it almost always bleeds over into my real life. When people start contacting where I work, where people start spamming my emails, where people try and get in touch with my family and real-life friends, and try to do not-so-nice things to them. That's why I kind of have to keep a tab on the temperature of Twitter surrounding my name. It's not fun, I hate having to do that, but I have to keep track at this stage, because it happens more frequently than I'd like to admit. Yeah, because, I mean, ultimately I had to start doing that because some guy showed up at my parents' fucking house and threatened to kill them. So, yeah. Also some schizo leaving a note on my apartment door. And the same guy who showed up to my parents' house claiming that he was going to rape my sister and kill my dogs. So, yeah, all because I share some unsavory opinions about the game or other things. Therefore, my life is forfeit in the eyes of absolute mentally deranged individuals on Twitter. So, and I got a little bit of that for a couple of fucking off-color jokes that apparently make me a pedophile. My god. Anyways, enough about that. Is it enough to file a fucking police report? No, because these are all anonymous people online. What am I gonna do? Show them a screenshot of a fucking email? Oh, hey, this guy was being mean to me online. What do I do? What do I do? There's no name. There's no real human attached to that. So. Get the... Go away. Where'd he come from? Oh, please. Get out of here. Oh, hold on. I have to do this. Here, let's try this on precise. Is there essentially on? Yes, there is. There we go. Oh, guess I'll die. We got the gun down. Do a Germa bit? No, why would I do a Germa bit? Kill sound and hit sound are anime. Do I even bother? Go away. He has 2 health, dude! Okay, we're good. At this moment in time, might be my better interest to run a shotgun. Yeah, it's Konota Izumi saying, good job. That is my kill sound, and my hit sound is the original good job. Look like the yellow M&M today? It's this light I have. I have a ring light. So I'm not, you know, I'm not enshrouded in darkness. Enshrouded is not a word. You know, I'll change the color. I'll change the color. Do this. There we go. It's probably... That's actually not better at all. If anything, it's worse. Oh, shit. Alright, well, we'll leave it at that setting. Would I ever stream on the hellhole that was Twitch? That's where I started streaming, actually. But I stopped streaming on Twitch because I hated what Twitch started to become. It became a porn site. So, and there was unequal application of their rules, and it just sucked shit, so... Hated it. Go away. Your sentry is now useless, haha. Because it is now within territory that I no longer need to deal with. What the fuck? I see you. So I stopped streaming on Twitch and moved over to YouTube because at least YouTube's bullshit is somewhat predictable, and Twitch's is just all over the place, where someone can get a 1-week ban because they, like, flashed, like, their own, like, a dude, like, shows his own nipple on stream, but then you can have a woman who's butt fucking naked inside of a hot tub or something to that effect. Like, oh, haha, tee-hee, I'm playing Dota when it's just, like, pre-recorded screen footage, donate, look, boobies, oh, ooh, titties, and then they get millions of dollars, and there's nothing, they're apparently doing nothing wrong. So, yeah, fuck Twitch. No thanks. Did not like it. Was not liking where it was going, and it just seemed to be getting worse. Though they did obviously backpedal quite a bit with the whole, like, oh yeah, we allow nudity now. Like, artistic depictions of nudity or something. And then people just started, like, drawing porn. So. Don't know why people like getting teased on Twitch when the hub is free. It's kids, man. Like, all these people... Okay, so it's like, it's a combination of kids, right? Because, like, this is just a fact of life. When you're a horny teenage boy, you're looking up boobies. And so, you're gonna get everything you like in one place. You get your games, you get your streamers, and you get your boobies all on twitch.tv. So naturally, you're gonna have a huge portion of the audience from younger people. But then you're gonna have an audience of very lonely men that throw money at female Twitch streamers to get something that resembles human interaction. So, which is arguably a sadder thing, because they feel obligated to throw thousands of dollars at some stranger online and pay for pictures of her boobs because they have no real human connection. What a time to be alive. I'm playing Koth King, actually. Imagine having boobies and games at the same time. I mean, A lot of women play video games, like, legitimately. Like, there are female gamers, they exist, they're rare, but there is some portion of women that play video games for the genuine interest in the games. I know some of them. Well, 2. So. But. Apparently that's Kanye West. Awful sprays. Yes, item servers have returned. Can you fucking believe they were down for 2 days? 2 fucking days they were down. Well, actually, no, the item servers weren't down. There was an issue, from what I was told, with the game servers parsing the data from item servers. So you could still access your inventory, you could still trade, and of course, open boxes, and buy stuff off the community market, but you just couldn't use any of that in-game. For whatever more intensive reason that I don't understand, because I'm not a game developer. Or a coder in that capacity. So, 2 fucking days. It's pretty wild. But again, like I said a little bit ago, it was quite... There are moments... Oh shit, there are moments... That was fucking funny. It took every ounce of my fucking strength to not just choke laughing at that. Oh my fucking god, that was so good. Just like the perfectly cut scream and then him exploding into a pile of gibs. Oh, that was wonderful. I saved that clip. That's gonna end up in a video at some point. I don't know when, but it's there and forever in my library, and I'm gonna preserve that on the internet for years to come. Oh god. That was awesome. Anywho. Can I reload my ship, please? Thank you, Scout. I cannot hit things. I need health. I'm going to die. And the spy fucking took it. Thank you. Oh, he has the kunai too, so he only gets 70 health. Not worth it. Gen Z humor. I don't know. Like, are perfectly cut screams considered Gen Z humor? I don't think so. It's a wonderful screenshot. Are perfectly cut screams Gen Z humor? Because, like, good editing and, like, good cuts at, like, very comedic timing. That's been a thing long before, like, Zoomers started claiming crap. It's like, oh, or, like, people started, like, assigning it to Zoomer humor. Right? Like, good cuts and funny, like, and like, very short, terse humor is not exclusive to Zoomers. Here, bitch. I have double health against fire, so you die. No, this is my own TF2 server, because casual is fucking unplayable, and Uncletopia is soulless. So I have my own TF2 server now, that I redirect people to. So if you enjoy playing the vanilla game, and you don't want to have to deal with class limit bullshit, and you don't mind random crits and random bullet spread, and you enjoy people playing on other maps aside from Upward and Badwater and Process and Dust Bowl for the 500th time, come play on my server. For a fresher experience. Draw 25 cards or go on a date with one of the TF2 bot hosters. I would rather fucking castrate myself with a spoon than even begin associating myself with the mentally ill, deranged nutbags that host bots. Can you say bad words on your server? The only rule on my server is don't cheat. Otherwise, it's the pure vanilla experience, and if you want to say shit, you can say it. I don't care. If someone else is not enjoying what you're saying, there are mute and block features. You should use them more often. That's what people should do. because they were put there for that reason. Goodbye. You too? And sadly, no, I have one American server because this server is only populated when I'm online and when I'm in the server. So if I ever develop the social muscle to keep servers populated, then I might open more. But for now, we just have this one server that I will continue to promote, and we will see where it goes. Not that I'm expecting it to go anywhere because, you know. Oh, and he's gone. Fucking awesome. Oh, ragdolls in this game never get old. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Ads. Sorry, guys. Will the VOD be saved? The VOD is going to be saved this time around because I really don't think I've said anything or done anything that people will try to cancel me for again. So we'll see. It's my favorite whiskey. I'm not big on whiskey, and bourbon is frankly wasted on me. I don't appreciate or maybe I've just not had good bourbon, but any bourbon or whiskey that I've tried, I'm really not a fan of. So. But again, I've likely not had good bourbon, so. But I do drink alcohol, yeah. I typically prefer beer more than anything else. I like some hard liquors, typically in the form of tequila. Tequila's good. Or other mixed drinks, but really just tequila or beer is my go-to. What's on my sign? I don't remember what's on this sign. Well, I have my oh right, I have a mod installed that turns off decals on objectors and flare, but I don't have real sprays turned off, so it feels like it defeats the purpose. But oh well. Just got here. What's happening? All the TF2 and all the takedowns and everything. Valve apparently got a new legal team, and they're going scorched earth with anything and everything. Well, not everything, but they got a new legal team, and it seems like they're bringing down the hammer on fan projects. And like I said earlier, again, it's totally within their full legal right to do so. It's shitty, it's stupid, certainly off color for what they would normally do in the past, which is support fan projects and even like extend a hand and say, hey, we'll officially endorse this and put it on Steam, which they've done with things like Sven Co-op. So. But no, they just opted to nuke Source 2 in its entirety, and it's not the first time they've sent out DMCAs for things like, what was it, TF Classic and the other one? I think there was two they did a year or two ago, right? But even then, if what I've heard is to be true, Valve was also planning on providing official support for those two mods as well. But they never came through with that, and ultimately they just went on, yeah, Open Fortress, yeah. But ultimately, they never, like, came through on that, and Open Fortress and TF Classic just went about their business and kept on going. So, are they gonna get issued another DMCA? I don't know. We'll find out. Anyways, that's what seems to be happening right now. Is it oh, no. Directly into the water, I have been quenched. It's fun to stay at the DMCA. Ah, it's a funny YMCA joke. Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said young man. Sounds like Undertale devs and music copyright holders who shit without his approval. I did see that. Toby Fox being fucking awesome and throwing, what, $20,000 at, like, that Undertale fan project thing? That was fucking wild. Props to him for being so cool with it. No, yeah, it is within their legal right, but it just fucking sucks. So, I don't know. We'll see what comes of all this. Who knows? I cannot aim to save my life. I see Valve is going after YouTubers now? What? What YouTubers are they going after? This is the first that I've heard of this. That doesn't sound right. They're going after YouTubers. That doesn't seem real. Why would they ever go after YouTubers making videos about their game? YouTubers that cover Source 2? So even then that doesn't seem right, because you're still allowed to talk about something even if it's technically illegal activity. What? Like, what? I feel like that's bullshit. That doesn't seem real. Tyler said something. If Tyler said something, take it with a block of salt, because he gets shit wrong all the time. So if you're getting your sources, if you're getting your news from Tyler McVicker, you might want to broaden your horizons for where you're getting your information. Just saying. Just saying. There we go. Yeah, I don't think that's real. If it is and I'm proven wrong, then there you go. But to me, it doesn't sound real. Ooh, just join the stream. What have we talked about so far? Literally everything. Like I think we've covered we've covered all the hot button issues right now. So, not sure what else could be said. Unless other people have interesting things to contribute, by all means, throw it in the chat and I'll see what I can find. It's not buried too quickly. Taking down fan games is their right, but it's also reprehensible given how harmless such projects are. I mean, yes, it's true, because, I mean, this has happened across multiple video games from multiple developers, where you have these fan games that are like they're not monetized, they're not taking profits away from these game companies. They're doing it out of the love for the games. It's like, why would you destroy this stuff that's like, you would think would be supportive and bolstering the community around your products? Why would you want to destroy these things? I find it fucking wild. Like, Nintendo doing that shit, they've been doing it for a while. I find it really stupid. So, and Valve doing it is equally as dumb. So. Anyway. Ideally, you know, you would think the developers would be supporting these kinds of things, but I guess they're super protective. It's just stupid. It's all very stupid. I was enjoying the ragdoll. Crash just opened a letter to Valve worked. Can we try that instead over another hashtag? It didn't do anything because Valve was already planning on doing a summer update. It's just that the timing of Crash's open letter from a bunch of mappers happened to coincide with when Valve was like, hey, we're gonna do this thing. So, I mean, it's great that Valve seemed to listen to them and really threw in a whole bunch of stuff, but I really don't think that Valve gives a damn about what anyone says. Unless it comes to their moneymakers, of course. Yeah, there's a lot of very large messages that I'm not going to be able to read. I feel like I should run in with my melee. I'm going to do that. Hit the cart. I fucked up, but it's okay. I died. But I'd rather delete Twitter or Reddit from the internet. Man, it's like asking if I would like go back in the past and kill Genghis Khan or Hitler. Both are equally enticing options, but which one would I pick? Ooh, I don't know. What would I choose? Go away. Can I pick both? Why not both? Can I choose Twitter and Reddit? All right, you know what? I choose Twitter. Twitter's pretty fucking bad. Twitter's pretty fucking horrible. I just like, I can't even enter this part of the map because one sniper is there. And double it and give it to the next person. Wonderful. I have to waste my charge to avoid the one player that I cannot engage. Go away. Sentry gun, clever. Do you think Crash-Layer Open Layer to Valve may be a contributing factor to the large influx of maps we received this year? That I do believe is true. I feel like that may be Valve overcompensating for the years of a lack of not holiday-themed maps. So I think that may have been the reason why they had why we had such a huge influx of maps this year. But I don't know that for certain. I don't have any evidence for that. I don't know. Just as I don't have any evidence for, you know, there's just nothing I can do. So, I don't know. Go away. Oh no, we're gonna lose. Shit. Do you think Valve might just be too incompetent to do anything about bots? No, because they can very easily hire someone to deal with the bots. That's what they should do, is pay someone to fix the fucking problem. If they don't have someone in their offices to handle it, they should pay someone to do it. It's not an issue of, oh, well, we just can't fix it, therefore it's just gonna stay this way. No, you get someone on the fucking job. It's completely within their ability and within their resources and manpower to get that shit done. And if they lack the manpower, they can buy it. They are a multi-billion-dollar company. They have no excuses. None. Awful fucking loadout. Like, what is this? What is this even supposed to be? Jesus, it's like a fucking egg. It's like an egg with green eyes. At least this guy looks kind of normal. Oh, God. He's fucking dead, too. You telling me that you can't pay someone $100,000 a year for a decent fucking aim sheet? Well, while making billions. Not millions, billions. They make billions of dollars, and they're just like, ha, no. We have no interest in these things. Continue spending money on loot boxes. Valve really needs to get their shit together, man. Because it's not just TF2. CSGO, or not, or whatever the fuck. Counter-Strike is in a really bad state as well. They need to do something, man. They're falling short in so many facets right now. It's wild. Seriously. Like, I feel like at a certain point, Valve's just gonna like crumble. Like, everyone is just gonna get fed up. Like, hey, CS2 is not really working. Hey, TF2's not doing so hot. Like, the only thing that seems stable these days is Dota. And that still has 500,000 people playing it every day, which to me is fucking wild. But, there you go. Also kind of amazing to me that CS2 is still retaining such massive player numbers despite it being in an inferior version of the game. I feel like that has to be because of gambling. It has to be. I think that people have stopped viewing Valve as a game developer for a while. Yeah, they're very much not a game. They're not a game. They don't make games anymore. They make hardware. They make little machines. They make Linux machines. They do, well, I mean, they make Linux machines and VR headsets, and that's kind of it. They just like, oh, I don't have to kill him. They made Nintendo Switch too. Oh, Lord. What is... Like, is there anyone around? No one's pushing the cart? Server's full. Where's everyone? Hello? Yeah, Steam Deck is Linux. Oh, there we go. There's some action. Where? I'm going this way. Where is their fucking team? There's no one here. There's someone up here. Here, I'm just gonna beat you to death. No, nothing personal. Nothing personal. Oh. Oh, my music ended. Hold on. Am I still listening? Yes. Golden age of TF2 is before Meet Your Match. I think any time before 2016 was, in my eyes, an acceptable state for TF2. You can get into endless arguments about, like, oh, what era was the best and what have you. Everyone has their own personal opinions on, like, what were the good times, what was the golden age, what have you, but anything before Meet Your Match was when TF2 was objectively better than everything after that point in time. Will we go 10 years with no updates? I mean, I don't see if this is how the game's gonna be moving forward. I really don't see TF2 lasting another 5 years, at least not officially supported by Valve. Maybe, but any longevity from TF2 is gonna come from the people who enjoy playing it. So that's really community servers and what have you. Beyond that, I really don't see the game lasting in an official capacity beyond that. Time will tell. We'll see. I don't know. But hashtag 4 more years. Die. So who knows? So, and all I know is that so long as there's a server up, fuck it, I can just keep my server up indefinitely. I have no reason to turn it off. It costs me nothing. So until there's not 24 people playing this game, I'll at least have my own server that will be available for people to populate. So that's all I know. I'll keep playing the game within my means and my ability for as long as I can. Because I love this game. Same reason why people like chess. People can play chess for decades and never get tired of it. Thoughts on 32-man servers? They can be fun, but sometimes they can get a little bit too chaotic if the map is too small. But I really don't see that huge of a difference between 24-man and 32-man servers. It's only 8 more players. And given that most TF2 maps are quite large, like it's not good for 2 Fort. 2 Fort just, ugh. But, you know, a map like this, sure. I have a Nintendo. Let's see, I have a Game Boy Advance SP. I have a Game Boy Micro. I have a Nintendo DS Lite. I have a 2DS. Kind of a regretful purchase because the only thing I played on that one was Metroid: Samus Returns. It's a good game, but I didn't buy much beyond that. Those are the only handheld things that I have. I mean, I guess you can count a Switch as being handheld, but that was another purchase that I kind of regret because the only game I've played on that is Metroid Dread. I should probably get around to playing Super Mario Odyssey because I think I hear nothing but praise for that game, so I should probably do that at some point. But I have a Wii also. Yeah, the Wii U is pretty bad. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of praise for Mario Wonder, so that's another game I should probably pick up. Luigi's Mansion is great. I grew up with that game. It's very good. Am I into Zelda? No, I never got into Zelda. Zelda is not my kind of game. I like Metroidvanias and simple platformers. Beyond that, crits. Beyond that, crits. I played Hollow Knight? Yeah, Hollow Knight's fucking awesome. I didn't finish the game because I got soft locked into an area where I just keep getting fucked by enemies, and I've attempted like hundreds of times to get myself out, but I can't. So yeah, my save is not in the best spot, so I'm just fucked, and I can't. I have to do like I have to just start over, probably, so I can actually finish the game and not do that same mistake again. Oops. Thank you, Spy. No, don't you fucking god. Okay, I was gonna get a crit too, but have I played Metroid Prime Remastered yet? No, because I don't feel comfortable buying the same game 3 times. I got Metroid Prime for the GameCube. I got the Metroid Prime Trilogy for the Wii. I don't think I want to pay $40 for the same game again. Is it gonna be that different of an experience? Probably not. I already had it on the Wii, so which I think is a lot more fun than the GameCube version, as heretical as that might be. But I don't want to buy the same game 3 times. Something just doesn't seem right about that. Like, twice, if there's something genuinely new and different about it, sure. But 3 times in a row for what's effectively the same game, except it looks a little bit nicer? As the kids say, a little bit sussy. That was a good clip. I got 5 people by just shooting into a hallway. Is this our Spy? Doesn't matter, I'm gonna kill you now. Don't you fucking crit me. Later. Yeah, it's not, to me it's not worth buying again when I can just go back and play the Wii U version and have a good time. It's like, do I really need to see Samus in glorified, refinished graphics? Like, I've already seen plenty of graphics, if you know what I mean. On the internet of Samus, it's like, do I need that in the game? No! Ow. Would I buy TF2 for the Switch if they added Mario to the game? What? No! That'd be horrible. Mario's already in TF2. We have the fucking hat. What do you mean Samus slander? Samus is great. She's like one of the original hot characters of video gaming. Oh, it's over. No, you for that you fucking die. Interrupting rock, paper, scissors. How fucking dare you? Don't you fucking... There you go. No, sir. Bayonetta's great, too. Don't get me wrong. Bayonetta's... I don't... I have very picky preferences when it comes to hair. Hair color and length. I really enjoy certain combinations, but super long black hair is a really big turnoff for me. I don't know why. Like, if it's mid-length or short and it's dark hair, I think that's hot. But if it's, like, too long, I'm like, So, that's just me. But for some reason, if, like, the hair is a lighter color and long, then it doesn't bother me at all. I don't know why. How much is too long? Like middle of the back, maybe? Like at a certain length, hair gets so long that it's just not attractive anymore. 2 crits in a row, can I get a third? Nope. I'll take it. You can't get an experience like that on Uncle Topia. You don't get those rare high moments. I wouldn't have never, you wouldn't be able to do that, no. I'm gonna do it again. Come here, bitch. Come here. Oh, now you pull out, oh, see, you fucking died for it, motherfucker. What did you get, you? You. Come here. Oh, I'm getting Ubered? Alright, sure. No! There's nothing straighter than being in love with tomboys. Where was that? There was a very funny there was a very funny, like, 4chan post of, like, why it's an even stronger heterosexual thing to do to love a tomboy as a man. Because you don't have to deal with all the dumb, like, feminine bullshit. You know, like, knitting and sewing circles. Random crit. Yes! But then you get a chick that's into everything that dudes like to do. You know? Who's also a woman. I don't know, it seems like the superior choice. And you feel about goths? Not in the goths. Never was. I think the reason for that is when I was growing up, there was a, like, at least in the environments I was in, there's a pretty strong negative stigma towards goth chicks and emo chicks in general. Like, they were usually like, you know, you would laugh at them and make fun of them and shit. So like, I never developed an attraction to that. I see why people are into it, but it's not my thing. Like in middle school, that was like super taboo. So it never became like a cool thing. Being with someone that is almost a clone of yourself is the most boring decision you can make romantically. I'm not saying that you should date a clone of yourself. I think it's a good. It's also a good thing to have someone that's at least somewhat interested in some of the things that you are, right? Like if you have nothing in common, that's shit. I was really hoping for. Well, didn't die at least. Like if you have nothing in common, then that's not good. You want to have at least some stuff in common. Have some common ground. Oh. So. To me, that's important. You gotta have some common ground. You gotta have some. I can't. Fuck it. Shit. No, yeah, opposites attract is absolutely a myth. Here's it. Like I listened. I forgot what podcast I was listening to, where there was. It was either a psychologist or something, right? I mean, that's probably not like, oh, he's referring to a psychologist. Fake science, but the novelty in dating someone who is your polar opposite that's your polar opposite is a novelty, right? It's like dudes are sometimes into crazy chicks, and then women are into like the bad boys, right? That's like a fun fling, but when it comes to a long-term relationship, birds of a feather flock together. And so you want to be with someone that at least operates on some of your similar wavelengths. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of abrasiveness. There's a lot of, you know, conflict, right? So it might be fun to stick your dick in crazy, but are you going to live with that for the rest of your life if it's like your exact polar opposite in mentality? Probably not. So opposites attract in the short term, and similarities last lifetimes. So, why is geology so poorly covered in elementary to high school? Because it's not seen as a necessary science. I don't know why. It's never been part of the core curriculum in at least the West's public education. It comes up like, and that's just earth science in general, right? You get maybe a very entry-level introduction to like, this is a mineral, and this is a volcano, and this is what clouds are, and how weather happens, right? But you don't go you don't go beyond that really in elementary through middle through high school, which to me is really unfortunate because, let me ask you right now, where do you get your drinking water? Serious question, chat. Where do you get your drinking water? Where do you think your water comes from? You turn on your tap. Where's that water coming from? I'm curious to see what people say. Water plant, bottles, my well, reservoir, puddle, well, filtered water, ground. See, some of y'all are hitting on the money, but every time I ask this question, and I shit you not, every time I ask this question to a 101 level course, maybe 25% of people have at least a loose understanding of where their drinking water comes from. And for most people in the world, it comes from groundwater. You drill a well into the ground, and you siphon water out of an aquifer. That's where most people get their drinking water. The rest of it comes from surface water, like in the form of a lake or a river. Most people don't know that. Most people give the answer of, oh, I get it from my tap, I get it from the store in a water bottle, I get it from the water plant. They don't know the natural origins of the water. Most people don't know the water cycle, right? You would think that knowing where your drinking water comes from would be one of the most important things to learn when you're growing up, but you don't get that in school. So, to me, that's a fucking crime, right? So, oop. So, I don't know, man. It is unfortunate that, like, there are very clear gaps in education at lower levels, at least in the West, right? I can't say about other parts of the world. I don't know how other parts of the world operate, but at least in America, it seems like at least public education is not good anymore. Anywho, so like, and then I pose like a slightly more complex question, like, hey, how do you drive your car? Right, you get gas, but where does that gas come from? Where do you get your gas? Where do y'all think that comes from? You know, where do you think you get your food? Where do you think you get all meat? How do you think you have availability for everything that you use? Your food, your clothes, your shoes, your tools, your books, your pens, your papers, your phones. How do you think all this is possible, right? Where does it come from? Right, it comes from oil, but then where does the oil come from? Right? How do you get the oil? Like, how do you get the oil? It doesn't just magically materialize and arrive from somewhere, no. Right? You gotta drill, you gotta get it out of the ground, you have to refine it into various petroleum products and fuels that'll be used for different applications. And then that fuel is put into trucks, which then, trucks and trains and planes, which bring you everything that you need. Right? It's how your home is heated. It's how electricity is generated, is fossil fuels, coal, oil, gas, all of that shit. And we don't teach that to kids? We don't teach that in lower education? That's like a fucking crime. It's like kids don't understand how their lights work. I mean, they understand, like, yeah, you flip a switch, you get electricity, it lights up a filament inside of a bulb, or it engages some chemical reaction inside of a gas bulb, right? By exciting certain chemical molecules like neon or something, right? But in terms of, like, where does the electricity come from? Well, most of it in the world comes from burning coal. Where does coal come from? Santa? No! It comes from the fucking ground. You have to mine it and get it out of there. Most people don't know that. Or they might have, like, a loose understanding, but they don't have any details or any real, like, deeper understanding of where these things come from. So, and I will say again, it's a crime that we don't teach these things to kids in school, and that's what initially got me very interested in geology. Was I was very fortunate to go to a high school where, in my last year of attending high school, it was the first time that they were offering an earth science class, where they're like, hey, we have a graduate, you know, it was a very nice gentleman, I'll never forget this guy's name, Mr. Marquis, very nice guy, who had a degree, I believe it was in geology or earth science, I forget what his degree was in specifically, but he had a degree in earth science, and he was teaching geology, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll take that course. Like, initially I think to myself, oh yeah, it's like a nice, fun course, I like rocks, I like gemstones, I always did since I was a kid. It's like, fuck yeah, I'll take this class. And then when I started taking it, I'm like, oh my god, I had no idea about all this shit. You know, like, I didn't understand where my drinking water came from. I didn't understand how they got oil out of the ground. Like, I had like a fucking awakening of like, oh fuck, my entire reality has been, like, my entire perception of reality has been turned on its head. You know, I'm just barely understanding of like, oh hey, this is why I can be warm in the wintertime without having to start a fire in my backyard out of wood. right? I'm like, fuck, I want to learn more about this. So, decided to do earth science for my degrees, and that's why I have a bachelor's and a master's degree in geophysics. So, that be it. Get out of here. So, many parents baby their kids, and they're extremely disruptive and uncaring in class. Also, there's a lot of bad teachers as well. I mean, that's another side effect of the teaching system. It's not so good. Oop. No, yeah, and I feel like, listen, general education is a good thing, right? Like, you want to, when you're bringing people up into the world, you want to expose them to as many things as possible so they have a decent understanding of how the world works, right? Like, even a surface level introduction to most things is good, but there's a lot of gaps and a lot of missing things that should be taught in schools, and then, like, a lot of other useless nonsense that they're cramming into kids' heads that just shouldn't be there. And it would be ideally replaced with things that are arguably far more important at a global scale than something as localized as, I don't know, I don't want to get political, but maybe, I think you get the idea. Current interests are history and linguistics. It's really sad how most people have so little knowledge about the past and culture. It is. Like, a lot of people, well, here's the thing, like, most people are generally not very, at least in America, not generally interested in history. Most people are only concerned about their narrow view of the world, things that immediately impact them. In other parts of the world, it's heavily encouraged to learn and understand the history of where you come from. The history of your country is celebrated, and it's encouraged to learn all about it. America is one of the few places where our history is no longer, like, glorified. Like, our history is oftentimes painted as this horrible thing. Like, we're condemned for being proud of our history and excited about learning about it, right? At least in American schools, it's painted as it's like, it's sourced from evil and crime and ill will, when, like, so few other countries do that. I feel like that should be the opposite sense. Like, of course, acknowledge a country's evil doings and what have you, so, like, so you don't repeat history, right? That's important. But I feel like more efforts should be made to, like, make people excited about learning about their history, instead of, like, saying, we were very bad in the past, but we're not as bad now. You know? Ugh. That rubs me the wrong way. Well, of course no country has a squeaky clean history. And most of America's shortcomings have come in recent history, because we are one of the youngest countries in the world. Lots of countries have very dark pasts that go back centuries, millennia in some cases, right? We learn all about those, but we're not, like, bullied, or, like, we don't, like, hate or, like, taught to hate our own land and our own people and our own country for, like, all this shit that happened in the past, you know? I just see a lot of that. I see a lot of it in America. Other countries, not so much. Working towards becoming a history teacher. Wish me luck. I mean, good luck. Yeah, think about it this way. The Roman Empire did a lot of crazy, fucked up shit, but we glorify the hell out of it, right? We glorify, like, they were this amazing society. They had organized government. They were doing so many cool things, but also they conquered half the world and slaughtered millions of people over the course of their empire, but we don't acknowledge that, right? America has done a lot of amazing things. We put a man on the fucking moon. We have a powerhouse of an economy. We've accomplished so many amazing innovations in such a short time. but all of our focus is put on our country's on our misdeeds. Like, there's a disproportion there that I don't think is good. You feel me? You feel me? Oh, Zesty is racist. He doesn't think we should be talking about these things. I can already see the fucking comments now. Mario Galaxy OST got me in the feels. Yeah, Mario Galaxy is fucking awesome. Both in music and in gameplay. Honestly, I think one of the best games ever made is Super Mario Galaxy, and I will stand by that until the day I die, because it is just so fucking good. I'm out of ammo. That is a problem. Am I gonna... Oh, no, now I'm not. Why would I hate tigers? It makes no sense. I like tigers. I like big cats. Big cats are cool. I like lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. I'm hoping that eventually my spam will lead to a victory here. Let's do a little bit of that. A little bit of that. Am I still paying my student debt? Yeah. Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing, is that I took on student loans, and I wish I was better informed and taught as to how loans work and what the fuck I was doing as a 17 and 18-year-old, taking out these loans so I can get an education, and now it's an immense weight on my shoulders to bear. I'm not happy about it, but thank God I decided to go into a field where I'm gonna be able to earn enough money to pay all of it back and then continue to live a healthy life as I do so. Where you have so many other people that don't have that, who went to college because they were told, hey, you should probably do that, and then they get a degree where they can't get a job, and then they're shouldering $80,000, $100,000 in loans, in loan debt, with a degree that won't even get them a decent paying job. So... Don't know why we push student debt on people, because it's a business. It's a business here in America. Loan companies make shitloads of money. I will always say this, the American university systems are a business first and a school second, or school third. They're a business first and a school third. Didn't start that way, but that's what they've evolved to become, unfortunately. Here, bitch. What's second? Sports. Second is sports. Sports reign king. Yeah, colleges are about sports second. Business first, sports second, education fifth. Yeah, sports! Any ball fans here? Any fans of balls? Ball sports? It came out wrong. Any fans of ball sports here? Any basketball, soccer, or football, as people say in other parts of the world? Arguably the more correct way of saying it. Any sports fans here? Any big, like, I don't know, lacrosse fans? Any fans of lacrosse? Any fans of fucking I don't know. What's the curling? That's it. Like, there's one thing. There's always one thing that I can never remember the name of. It's curling. And when it comes to the Winter Olympics, curling is my favorite thing to watch. Because they get so fucking into it. And the crowds go fucking nuts with curling, right? Like, you don't see crowds go that fucking wild for any other winter sport in the Winter Olympics, but when you go watch curling, people lose their fucking minds. It's awesome. Curling is awesome. Yeah, when the head coach is your highest paid employee, then maybe you need to rethink your education model. It's because it's not an education model. It's a money-making model. And that coach is raking in loads of money for that university because they have a successful football team. Need to ask you to watch hockey? I'm not big on hockey. Not big on hockey. The only sport that I actively enjoy watching is curling. Our team scramble did not do much, unfortunately. How do I feel about Canada? They have maple syrup. They have a maple syrup reserve. Can you believe that shit? There's like a warehouse, a stockpile of maple syrup in Canada. I can't believe that's real. They have national reserves of maple, like barrels of it, like 54 or 44. Oh fuck me. Like big, was it like 50-gallon drums of maple syrup? That's nuts. That's real. Because that's like what they do is maple syrup and ketchup chips. That's like their two main investments or two main exports are maple syrup and ketchup chips. We cannot get out of here. What do we do? What should I do? There's really nothing I can do. I'll play soldier, fuck it. Massachusetts has like a molasses stockpile? What? Dude, what is with like states having these crazy stockpiles of like their main I mean, I guess it makes sense. There's like a Parmesan cheese warehouse in Italy. Anyone like a fan of James May? Like James May on the Our Man In series, like he did Our Man in Japan, he did Our Man in Italy, he did Our Man in India. Have to watch that still. I'm excited about that one. He went to like the Parmesan cheese warehouse. Oh, the cheese guy! That's like what everyone knows him for, is the cheese meme. Any Top Gear fans in chat? Hey chat, any Top Gear fans? Anyway, they have a fucking cheese warehouse. Canada's got a maple syrup warehouse. Massachusetts apparently has a molasses warehouse. Texas has, we have cattle. Don't need a warehouse for cattle, though. Have I been to East or Central Europe? No, I've actually not been to Europe ever. I'd like to go one day. I'm actually going to be going later this year, if my plans work out correctly. I intend to visit Hungary. Vote HARP, otherwise I will castrate you. I turned off my voice chat, shit. Would have been so funny. Save TF2 isn't going to work. Clearly didn't work the first time. We only tried once. We tried once, going about it the wrong way, by saying, oh, hey, Valve, we love your game, not, hey, Valve, fix your game. So, if you keep sticking someone's nose in their own mess, then maybe, eventually, we'll get through to them. But who knows? I made my now annual Save TF2 post. Yeah, I'd like to put something on Twitter, but my handler is not letting me, because he's not letting me post things on Twitter anymore. Even things that are apparently fairly innocuous now get me in trouble, I guess. So now you're only ever gonna see my commissions that I retweet. So if you like that stuff, go follow me on Twitter. Otherwise, you're probably not gonna be seeing much from me in terms of stuff on Twitter. Yeah, Twitter sucks. Am I missing out on much? Not really. Twitter's AIDS. It is funny, though, watching all of the people who were, like, shitting on me a year ago for saying the things that they're saying now. It's always delightful seeing people come around. Always delightful. Just get a banner and run away. I mean, people are now saying the right stuff, so I'm okay with it. They're saying what needs to be said. Yeah, the vicious cycle of Twitter negativity is a very good way to put it. Because people are only ever out for blood there because that's what gets them likes and follows. How big of a piece of shit can you be to your fellow man? 5,000 upvotes! If you do get Twitter mad, you're doing excellent. I mean, it's very easy for me to do. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hold on. Can I inspect this? I gotta see this fucking... No, I want to look at the ragdoll. It's funny. I say my Twitter handler. I mean it as a joke. About a year ago, I handed off my Twitter account to a friend of mine who vets my posts. Because the nature of Twitter is that it's designed for you to impulsively react and write things instead of thinking about what you're saying. And because I'm often one that acts before thinking, where I can say something I'll regret, or I'll say something that's not worded in the best way possible, and then as a result you have people just attacking me for something that I thought was innocuous but really isn't, in their eyes. Seemed like it was in my best interest to have someone look at my tweets before I post them. And to get out of here. 301 damage. Oh, Equalizer, my beloved. So, I have someone that does that for me. No, yeah, it sucks because, like, other people's impulsive posting and tweeting is totally fine in the eyes of the TF2 sphere on Twitter, which is effectively no one, just a bunch of schizos. Gee, Bill, spies? But, you know, their inane ramblings are seen as heckin' wholesome 420 Keanu Chungus, whereas if I post something, it's like the second coming of the devil himself. The falling of Lucifer, except, you know, on Twitter. Probably should not have popped that. Made no difference. There is no point to have Twitter if you're actively engaging. Like, if you're engaging with people, don't use Twitter. Twitter is the worst place to interact with people. Joey. I'll narrate. I respond with the most logical, empathetic responses. The best responses, the most empathetic. Known to mankind, and they get cancelled, very cancelled hard, the worst ways possible. Just because they end in a slur. Not kind word. Shaking my head. Had to do it. I'm sorry. It was funny. You want to play this game? You want to play this game? I'll win. To me, that shit never gets old. Doing the shit, my shitty Trump voice. I use Twitter only for culture? What do you mean by culture? What culture exists there other than sadness and erections because of porn? That's what Twitter culture is. Outrage and tits. That's all it is! That's not culture! I don't know what to call it. Oh god. I'm gonna die. Ooh. Ooh, narrowly missed. Oh, Jesus. Narrowly missed that fucking crit arrow flying. Oh, there it went. Oh, is that a rescue ranger he's shooting? Oh, it's a... I can't tell. Get some nice angled... Oh, hit someone? Yes! We're good. Apparently last year all they did was add new stuff from the community. Of course, got a new voice guy and then hired one extra person to work on TF2. Imagine if this year they hired two. Yeah, could you imagine if Valve put like an ounce of the effort they put into shutting down fan projects towards actively improving the state of the game? You know, wouldn't that be fucking wonderful? Wouldn't that be just great? Here, you die now. It didn't register, dude! Heavy update 2026. That's coming. Yeah, Valve hiring people to work on things? What? What? Valve hiring people to fix problems in their company and problems with their products? Getting into dangerous territory there. Getting a little hot. Valve? Working? Woo! Call the fucking authorities. Oh, they're all, like, right there. Cool. Ooh. No, yeah. Like I said earlier, I agree. we don't need more content in the game, in that, like, we don't need updates anymore. Valve just needs to fix the fucking game. That's it. That's all it needs to be done. Come on! Valve is not a tech company? No, they are, well, what are they? They're a snack machine company. Ow. If you can choose one change that you could implement right now, what would it be? A functioning anti-cheat. There should be no other answer than a functioning anti-cheat that actually works and gets rid of bots and human cheaters. That should be the #1 fucking priority on Valve's part. And what everyone should be asking for. Rockets. Ooh. Here, let's do this. Well, let's get a little spicy here. Let's... Oh, thank you. Well, they're all dead, so oh well. Come here. Here, get me a low health so I can kill your medics. Oh, he had got a crit. No skin on the black box? I kind of don't like skins on the black box. I feel like it's kind of sacrilege to put a skin on the black box that is not black, because it's no longer the black box. It becomes the whatever color box it is you're using. Like, I've used skins for it in the past before, but it's like, I don't know if I want my black box to be orange. It just doesn't seem right. So I just have a normal one. Hey. Go away. Go away. I want nothing to do with you. You're gonna fucking randomly crit me. I don't care. Oh, I win, dude! Alright, we're good. To be fair, I did soften him up a little bit. We gonna play this game? Just... I'm sorry, monkey. I got you. Oh, he's back. He's back. Get him. Get him. Get him, buddy. Aw. Wrapping paper box. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I could go for secretly serviced on this thing, but it wouldn't look that much different. So I don't know if and because I am the factory new purist that I am, I could not use anything other than a factory new one. So, but do I want to spend $20? No, not really. Ow. Love your work, man. Thanks. Appreciate that. Equalizer video? No. I mean, I have no strong interest in making videos about game balance anymore. I was for a moment entertaining an idea for a video about the direct hit, and I'm like, nah, that's boring. But maybe there's a more interesting conversation to be had about, like, what makes a side grade or an unlockable weapon good or interesting within the context of TF2, of course, right? So I started fleshing out an idea for that. Then I'm like, didn't really like where that was going, because it ended up just rehashing a lot of what people already know. And then it got really into the weeds of like, oh, well, you know, what is the ideal side grade? The ideal side grade is something that in relation to stock is better in some situations or worse than others. But then we have a lot of other weapons in this game that are objectively worse in all situations, but are still fun. And then you have weapons that are objectively better in all situations that are not stock. So, and I can't rocket jump. So, the script just kind of went all over the place, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I just shelved it and opted to start working on something else. And I actually have a really cool video that I'm working on right now that I'm pretty excited for. It's like nothing I've done before. Hopefully I won't get shit for it, but I have some good... I think it's cool. I think it's a fun little analysis video that I think some people will be like, oh, that's a... We'll see. We'll see. Sell me your unusual. No. Hi. Is there someone up here? Is it a joy video? What is it? What is JOI? Don't know what that means. I would literally pay for Earth Sciences videos. This is proof. Well, thank you for the money. I don't know. If I ever... Monkey. I'm so sorry. If I ever do something like that, it would be for my second channel. What? Did I miss something? Oh, is it not good? Let me just Google it. Jerk off instructions. You guys are fucking toddlers. You have the sense of humor of like a 5-year-old. Ah, he's gonna do beat off videos. So fucking childish. Come on. So dumb. Ay ay ay. No, I will not be making content like that. The day I sign up for OnlyFans is when you get a picture of my big toe and nothing else, and that would be satisfactory for more than enough people. Because I know people are into feet. I could make some money. I got quite the sexy... I have quite the... I want to say what just came into my head, but I know I'll regret it, so I won't. But I will anyway. I know I got little sexy little piggies that I could get the money for, but... not gonna do it because I have higher respect for myself than that. Than to sell my sexy body to the yearning masses online. Come here, bitch. You too? Come on, come here. Let's play this game. Come here. I'm going to hell, I know. Denying people my leg pics. What? You want... My thoughts on Fempyro? I mean, Fempyro is objectively the better version of Pyro. If my mod was working, you would be seeing it in my game right now. Unfortunately, it's not working, and it's causing game crashes for whatever fucking reason. It's really annoying. So whenever I get a fix for it, is when people will see it again. Thoughts on FemScout? I don't think any of the, the reason why Fempyro works is because Pyro's gender is ambiguous. So, you can kind of project whatever the fuck you want onto the character, which is why it's the most popular character with furries. And other subgroups on the internet, right? So it can be literally anything, so if they get to turn him into, like, a cute little furry character, I'm allowed to put tits on it! Okay? I think that's a fair trade. You cannot deny me this. If you ever feel like an idiot, always remember there are retards who basically made Amaranth $57 million to text her when there's free stuff at Google search. Dude, I saw, yeah, Amaranth, the booby streamer, made $57 million from selling pictures of herself. I mean, I respect it. It's a shitload of money. That's not how I'd go about my business. But, my god. Imagine paying for porn. When anything you could ever want is a Google search away. $57 million! That's insane! 57 million! I can't wrap my head, or that's more money than I'm gonna make in my entire life. And I have college degrees. I've traveled the world studying earthquakes. And I'm never gonna make more than 6 figures a year. She made $57 million in like 5 years. Insane! As a recently graduated geologist, recently started a postgraduate, On natural disaster, it's nice to see someone in the same profession. Hello, fellow Earth scientists. Brofist. Can I do that? Is that cringy? Can I do that? Is that alright? Am I stealing PewDiePie's thing? Does he still do that? Does he still do this on his videos? I haven't watched a PewDiePie video since like 2013. Does he still do that? Pyro? Yeah. He doesn't? Aw, that's a shame. PewDiePie has changed. He's not the same anymore. It's my property now. It's my intellectual property to do the fucking fist. I'm from Turkey. Don't say earthquake. I'll shit my pants. Yeah, you guys get some pretty nasty ones over there. And like, in the way your geologic setup is, you guys can get smaller earthquakes and get a lot more damage as a result. So you're not inside of an ideal spot for earthquake activity. Like, there are places you want to be that have earthquakes because they're not as bad because of it's hard to explain, but like the geologic setup of it, where you could have a big earthquake and it wouldn't be nearly as bad if that same earthquake happened in inside of another part of the world. So. I don't know, man. PewDiePie did his thing, man. I fucking respect him doing this shit for a decade, and he made his millions. He's living. He's retired to Japan. He's doing his thing, still making videos, but not. Honestly, I don't really know what he does anymore. But seems like he's living his best life. He's got a wife. He's having kids. I mean, shit. He's doing good for himself. I respect it. Thoughts on MatPat leaving? I never watched MatPat's content, so I really don't have anything to say on it. Honestly, I don't think I even know what he does. All I know is that he was on YouTube for a very long time. Oh, cool. Good timing, good timing. Good, just... Oh! I thought I would just walked to my death like an idiot. Nope, we're good. Listen, okay, I had the stronger shotgun, but I'm gonna bleed to death now. Why move to Japan? The main reason I hear as to why influencers are moving to Japan is because it's a content farm. There's so much shit you can do in Japan for videos. And it's not even that hard to do because you have an entire era and group of people that are just enamored with everything coming out of Japan right now. So, people are making bank. So. I mean, there are likely some cultural reasons as to why people are moving there, but I don't know how prevalent that is in their decision making. So, who knows? It's sad how unbelievably horny men are to give people like Amaranth that much cash. It stems from two things. It stems from dudes being horny. That's one thing, right? That's like the little, like, you know, $5 here, $10 there kind of thing. Like, oh yeah, sure, I'll pay $5 to see some boobs. Why not? But then you have the guys who are like lonely, who are seeking some level of connection with someone. Sexual, emotional, whatever, and those are the ones that throw shitloads of money at one or two people online so they can get their attention, because that's how they interact with women. And it's a business. It is a business exploiting the horniness and loneliness of men. So, it's sad. Loneliness is an epidemic right now, especially with men, and the solution is going outside. If only more people put down their fucking phone and went outside and just spoke with people, engaged in some social interaction, it would just be the problem would be solved. But now that people are addicted to staring at screens all day and looking at social media for 6 hours a day, people don't talk to each other anymore. They type and yell at each other online instead of engaging in meaningful relationships within their local circle, right? I'm gonna die. Which is very sad. Not everyone is an extrovert. See, like, I feel like the notion of extroversion and introversion is, it's very much a real thing, but I feel like social media has not only exacerbated it, but also glorified it, right? Like, not to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean with this at all, but you used to be the weird guy for being an introvert. Like, if you weren't sociable, if you didn't like talking to people, if you were not comfortable interacting with other people, back in the day, you were forced to do that. And eventually you grew out of it. Like, you got used to interacting with people, and that's how you made friends and built relationships. Now, we kind of coddle people who are introverted. Like, it's fine if you're an introvert. I understand. Like, trust me, I hate people too. I think I'm an introvert. I much prefer keeping inside of my own small social circles. I don't like walking up to random strangers and saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, I enjoy having the facade of a screen between me and you. Like, if all of you were in this room right now, oh fuck, that would be a different story. I don't do good in crowds. I do good in a crowd when I'm part of said crowd, but if I'm up on a stage in front of like 100 people, shit. I can contain myself, I can manage myself and speak, but fuck if I'm not nervous. But I feel like it's not a good thing that we're coddling one's unwillingness to socially interact with people. And now it's gotten to the stage where it's getting so bad that some people are even being medicated because they're too scared to go outside, when the best thing to do is, like, just exposure therapy. Go outside, talk to someone, interact with people. Not to, like, lessen people who have legitimate issues with, like, you know, like autism or Asperger's or something, but like for people who are like, oh, cute introvert, ooh, so cute, me no like speaky people, go outside, just get some fresh air. Mission begins in 10 seconds. But now that it's just so easy to just do this, this is all people do. It's because it's easy. Like, it's hard making friends. It's hard making friends. It's hard forcing yourself to interact with people. You have to go through countless amounts of trial and error until you find someone that you enjoy being around, right? It's not an easy thing to do. Maintaining friendships also takes a lot of work. To have good friends, you also have to be a good friend, right? And if you're just doing this all the time, and you're typing at people, a lot of that is lost. You can still make good friends online. I've made my current best friends through the internet. But if you're not careful, and not putting in the extra amount of work needed to maintain online friendships, then a lot of it falls short. It's not hard to make friends if you're hot. Are they really your friends then? I mean, it gets you in the door, but are they really your friends if they choose to interact with you based on your attractiveness first? My guess is no. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk to you because you're hot. I don't think that's a good thing. I mean, you know, being hot helps. Ooh. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just feeding now. I don't care. I got one guy. No, yeah, it's like there are introverts, there are extroverts. This is just natural parts of being a human. Some people are going to be more sociable than others, but I don't think it's a good idea to coddle one's unwillingness to interact with their fellow man, because it brings about a lot more bad than good in the long run. Not to say some people don't live perfectly content lives, keeping to themselves and being a hermit, right? But you miss out on a lot. You miss out on meaningful relationships and learning about people and things and places. So. People forgot how to maintain and value friendships. I do agree with that, because nowadays, a lot of people view just typing at someone a few times a day as maintaining a friendship, and I mean, maybe that's all it takes now. I don't know. Because, I mean, you can, I guess it's now, I guess just because of it is what it is, it's easier to form a relationship with someone just by typing at them now. And for some people, that's enough. Like, that's all they need. I don't know, it's a complex topic. I probably shouldn't have commented on it. I feel like people are gonna get mad. Like, oh, how unthoughtful of you. How dare you belittle other... Oh, we lose? Well. Some, like, 86% of relationships start online now. I don't... Is that real? Like, 86% of what I assume to be romantic relationships start online? Is that a real... If that is a real figure, one, I don't believe it. And two, if it is real, that's shocking. 86%. I don't know if I buy that. Sucks when your only friends live far away from you. Yeah, that's... Where am I going? I'm completely lost. Where am I? I don't know where to go. Am I stupid? This way. Jesus. I'm not used to this map yet. Oh my god. No, yeah, I understand. Like, when you live far away from your friends, it does suck. Like, if I want to see one of my current best friends, I have to drive 3 hours. If I want to see the person I'm dating, I have to drive 3 hours. It sucks. But I put forth the effort, you know? I want to go see them, or I want to hang out, then I put forth the effort. That was a great ragdoll. I put forth the effort, and I go see what's up, you know? Like, it's one thing to, like, type at them, but it's a whole lot more when you're seeing them in person and seeing what's up. Wanna play this game? Fuck! Actual stats I'm seeing between 10 and 40%. That sounds a whole hell of a lot more realistic than 86%. That's nuts. But 40% is still almost half on the upper end. That's a lot. Just got a Warhawk Flamethrower Factory New. Good or not? Very good. Very good skin. Yeah, but 10 to 40% sounds a whole hell of a lot more accurate. I am mistiming all of my air blasts. 40% in America specifically is still... 40% is still a pretty big figure. Again, that's almost half. That's a lot. That's like a lot. My god. 40% of people meet online. Not saying it's a bad thing. That's just the time we live in now. But we also live in a time where divorce rates are the highest they've ever been in recorded history. So, not saying these things are correlated, but they likely feed into each other. Don't know this considers actual relationships or just flings. Yeah, I mean, it could... Yeah, relationship is a very vague term. Does it mean long-term relationships? Does it mean marriage? Does it mean one-night stands? We don't know. Unsure. So, who knows? Who knows? I encourage people to go speak with people in person. Oh yeah, I also have people that I consider, like, some of my best friends that live on the other side of the planet. Like, another one of my best friends right now lives in fucking Hungary. And I'm hopefully going to be able to see him later this year. If things work out. Because I'm going to fly there. It'll be fun. But you can, and many people do, make meaningful relationships online. And I think it's a perfectly good, normal, and healthy thing to do. But it's not healthy to not push your boundaries and go meet people in person. I think that's a better way to like, you know, close this entire discussion. it's totally okay to make online relationships. It's healthy to make friends online. That's all well and good. You can meet your wife online. That's also fine. But it's not healthy to not push your limits of comfort with socialization. I feel like it's a good thing that when people go out of their way, push their boundaries, and, you know, expose themselves to real life and people and understanding how people actually behave and body language and all of these things. It's all very important things to master and learn. But because we have like an entire generation of young people who were raised indoors, they miss out on a lot of that. Body language, understanding tone and diction and what these things mean in a conversation, you know? A lot of that's been lost because of interacting online. That's not the good part. Zesty Jesus fan meetup. I feel like that'd be a horrible idea. I'm just WM1ing. I don't care. I got one more guy. Yeah, I feel like meeting any of my fans in person is not a good thing. I want to keep the parasocial door closed as tightly as possible. Not saying like if by some freak chance someone recognizes me in person, like don't fucking come up me, like you can say hi. I don't mind that, you know, say hi, hey, what's up? I'll shake your hand, but don't make it weird. And I feel like doing like we're gonna have a fan meetup. I feel like it's a kind of a self-congratulatory ego inflator. Like, oh yeah, I expect all these people to come to me. You want my autograph? I feel like it's a little, I don't know. I view it as a narcissistic thing to do. Like, I'm gonna set up a table, form a line, come take a photo with me. That's not natural. It's not natural. It doesn't click right with me. Oh my god, my favorite niche internet micro-celebrity. Can I get an autograph? Could you imagine if someone wants my fucking autograph? What a weird fucking time that would be. That'd be fucking weird, wouldn't it? Here, heal. See, like, panels, I feel like, make a little bit more sense. Because, like, with a panel... I feel like with a panel, it still doesn't break the parasocial door down, right? Because with a panel, it feels more like an interview rather than like, come to me. It does put people on a stage and a pedestal, but at least it's a more organized and controlled format. Does that make sense? I don't know. I would feel more comfortable doing something like that than like a fan meetup, because that's, I don't know. It's a lesser of the two evils, I would think. Can you sign? How does someone sign a profile? Do I just like leave a comment on a profile? I've never understood that. I just like leave a comment there, and it stays there forever and inevitably gets buried by other people's comments. Is that really all it is? Just leaving comments? There you go. Ooh, that's a fuck. Oh, sure. Well, unfortunately, we are being thwarted. It's okay, though. Concert stream? I feel like it's a horrible idea. If you get a wiki cap, is that even tradable? I feel like that isn't tradable. It's locked to your inventory. I don't know. I don't mind signing shit in the game. I've never had a problem with that. I feel like that's okay. Oh, excuse me. He had very low health. somehow I did not die only because I had a medic in my ass, and that is a good thing. There was a long moment of silence there of me not talking. I'm sorry, I do know it's not good for a stream. Do I think the catastrophic companions conflicts with TF2's art style? As much as other cosmetics do, no. Do I think it's a tacky, stupid cosmetic that has no business being in this game? Yes. Because it falls into the category of pet cosmetics, and I think all pet cosmetics are fucking dumb. Haha, funny random object on Merc's body that isn't even some kind of clever joke or tied to the game in any way. No, fuck it, it's just cats. I think it's a rather tasteless and dumb cosmetic. That's just me. So, like, Archimedes at least makes sense, right? Like, Archimedes is, you know, Medic's dove. Because he has doves in his practice, I guess. So that's at least tied to the game to some extent. That one works. But throwing a fucking cat or a dog on someone's shoulders... Why? Or like a lizard or a crocodile or like a pocket puppet thing? I don't know. I've always found those to be a little silly. Damn, this guy's kicking it. Why are the cats from Scream Fortress 2015 so expensive? Because they're an old elite grade that trader mains have figured out that they could hyperinflate into oblivion. And I think most of them are owned by, like, one guy. Most of them are owned by, like, one guy, and he's like... And well, I mean... Trader mains inflated all the prices of these old items. Yeah, hyperinflate, like, you know, monetary value inflation... But then to an exaggerated value, oh. Well, you got me there. I need to find a better adjective. I can't even say inflation. Didn't register. Oh, it's right there. Okay, it reset. Good. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. There's a sentry? I feel like Pyro is not a good choice right now. I might swap the demo. Yeah, don't... Oh, wait, we don't have a soldier? What? Okay, I can solve that. Thanks to you, now I use the battalion's backup 99% of the time. You're welcome. It continues to remain a heavily underrated item. You know what? Slop water. Fuck it. Wouldn't escalate be a good use to... But, like, inflation is inherently an economic term. Or, it's not inherently an economic term, but it's a term used in like, discussions about, like, economic value and stuff. Like, inflation of stock value. Oh, actually, we have Sawmill. Didn't see that. You know, like, using inflation is okay, but now it's associated to, like, porn. So it's like, you can't say inflation without people, oh, it's a funny porn word now. Fuck me. Context matters. Context matters. Yes. Context does indeed matter. Play typical colors? I don't know if I want to play Roblox. I should probably not. Should I use the black box? Use a different rocket launcher. Let's use... stock? Cowmangler? What's your opinion on joining a server and waiting for players to join? I think it's fine, so long as, like, you know that people are eventually going to show up. And not, like, sitting idle in a server for hours on end and then, like, nothing happening. I don't know. I mean, it's the only way you're gonna populate a server is just by making your presence known and then people joining. So, there's nothing wrong with it, if that's your fear. Didn't die, bitch. I have an idea. Eat. Didn't hit anybody. You know what? I'll do this too. Just get a little spam going. I almost have banner. Shot myself. Save TF2 would do less than the first one did. Valve won't even acknowledge it. Probably not. But there's no sense in not trying. We should keep trying. In my humble opinion, it is the correct thing to do. Keep sticking Valve's nose in their own mess, and hopefully they'll do something. Does no one have the intel? Yeah, we kind of need that. We kind of... There we go. There we go. Now we can go cap the point. Attaboy. Did he not cap? Did he fall? What? Hello? Did he not capture the point? Dude, come back. Come back. You have the intel. Come on this point. Dude. Come back. Come back to the point. No, the item servers are back. They're working again. No, yeah, I know. I was fully aware item servers were down for a couple days. So, oh yeah, that's something else. Harp was fucking... Why would you holiday restrict this? Because there's like snow on the ground? Really? And then you leave all the other maps in the game, but not this one? This one's fucking great. Why would you holiday restrict this one? Like, if the reasoning is snow, that makes no sense because we have other maps in the game that have snow, but they're available year-round. I don't get it. It's so fucking dumb. I love this map. It's awesome. I think it's like the best map they added this year. But no, sorry, we're gonna Halloween restrict it. Ah, why? By that logic, let's restrict Cold Front and Viaduct and Barn Blitz and all the other ones that have snow on it. Cascade! And the other one, Cascade and the ski resort one. There's a King of the Hill one and a ski resort one. Those also have snow. More snow than this! Hello? But no, sorry. They're gonna holiday restrict. Altitude, thank you. So dumb. Makes me so mad. Why would you do this? Fucker. The one time this weapon should be shining in its abilities. There we go. That works. You were not the intended target, but you became the intended target. Very quickly. Oh, it's gone now. Cool. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. You are critting the wrong guy because I get mini crits and not full crits with this gun. Ow. Too confusing for new players? It's really not that complex. You grab intel, take it to point. It's not that hard. The reason why people like forget is because it's a new game mode that's been added for the first time in a long time. It's not even a new game mode. It's just the extra layer. It's right there. Yeah, the Cow Mangler can still be crits, but you get mini crits and it does glow. But not much, it doesn't. Stop mini critting me! Crit anyone else! Crit anyone else! On play heavy. It's like even Snowplow is not difficult. It's just glorified capture defense, like glorified Jesus. Glorified attack defend. It's not that hard to understand. Oh, they Ubered. Run. Go this way. Okay, let's back up. Oh, no. Come back in. Okay, we saved him. We're good. Oh, and we died to a backburner pyro. Awesome. From all the 2D Metroid games, which was my favorite? Probably Metroid Fusion, easily. It's just so good. I'm gonna finish this round, and then I'm probably gonna call it a night, because I just realized how late it is, and I gotta wake up and do shit tomorrow. I normally don't stream this late. This is new for me. Well, not new, but not common. Ooh, it's me backing up. Oh no! How is saying Metroid Fusion being like my favorite Metroid 2D side-scroller an interesting take? It's like objectively one of the best games Nintendo has ever made. I feel like that's a fair choice. My second choice would probably be, I don't know, Zero Mission. I think it's a great rebuild and a remake of the game with some extra stuff added on top. I like both games. Oh lordy. G-Build, 2 Ubers. Out of here. Let's go this way. I feel like this is the safer way to go. Oh, maybe not. Have a heavy up there. Oh, it's our heavy. I'll help you. That got literally no one. That works. Here, let me in. I need ammo. Here, I need to play this corner. Oh. Well, we have an Uber. Oh, I'm trying my best by holding down mouse 1. I'm focusing too hard on the game and not paying attention to the chat. I'm sorry. We're so close to victory. We can do it. Metroid Fusion's too short. It is short. It is comparatively short, but it's just so good. I can't hate it for being short, honestly. I can't fault it for being short. It's just such a good fucking game. Do we even have the intel? Oh, it's down there. That's a problem. Well, fuck it. I'm going for it. I'm not going to be able to make it. Have I played another Metroid 2 remake? Long time ago. Long time ago I played it. 30 seconds. Shit. Oh no. It's over. We're not gonna make it. We're gonna fucking lose. Oh, I don't care. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. It's over. I need to sleep. I need to do my Blue Archive dailies, and then I need to go to bed. I don't care. Let it come. Let the loss flow through. I'll die to a random crit. Fuck it. I think that was a good stream. We'll cut it off. We'll cut it off there. What was that? That was, 2 hours and some change. It was pretty good. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, guys. It was fun. I don't know when I'm gonna stream again. I need to keep working on this video because ideally I would like to get it done soon. Again, I think it's pretty cool. We'll see what people think. This video is either going to be very interesting or it's going to piss off a lot of people. We'll see what happens. It's not like a hot takes video or anything like that. It's just... We'll see. We'll see. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for the donations during the stream, guys. If you want notifications for when I go live or anything, then join the Discord that's in the link in the description. It's just a Discord, like no one can talk in there, but I make announcements for when I go live, and also when I post videos and do other stuff, so join that if you want. But beyond that, yeah, maybe video soon-ish, no exact time. anime lady in the background for people who are interested in that. There you go. And good night. I'll see y'all later.